Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Outside, George. He feeds it to Freak. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Knight. Thorpe can't make it work. About a minute played so far here in the first. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Barton kicks to Freak. Good on the shot. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside, Thorpe, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Heaton. Again, Indiana.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Inside, here's Wolf. Here's Thorpe. Can't get it to fall.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Out left to the wing. Here's Barton. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Barton's got his first basket. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Los Angeles Lakers.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And he gets it to go.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. On the wing, George. Buries it from three-point range. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Heaton, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, this is just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
That one goes. Count. 9 points for Freak.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And Phoenix has possession. 6-point game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Pacers.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
And so here is Indiana. 1:27 left to play in the first. And George kicks to Freak. The shot's good on the assist by George. And 11 points for Freak.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Knight against Hill. And Morris throws it down.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right? You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Larkin can't get it to go.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside, Lyles. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Lyles got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's 15 points for Freak.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Knight, that's a two-pointer. Excellent D there from Hill.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position.
And now, your Suns dancers.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Indiana?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Pacers. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Also Payne out there, and it's Conley in at the three, the small forward. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal basketball. He ended up with 56 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Now here's Freak. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Plenty of space, and he nails the jumper. Freak's got 4 this quarter.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy.
November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston.
Rotate over.
Record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Indiana, right behind them, just 1 spot down.
And right now for the Pacers, they've had just the kind of season you knew they were capable of. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world, but how about maximizing it to the fullest?
Well, there was never a question about the talent. I mean, they've got enough of that. It was just a matter if they could get the most out of it.
Now here's Freak. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Off the screen, he takes it up and lays it in. Freak's got 21.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He said their plan was run their offense through Freak. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Knight following the score by Indiana. Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut back down to 14 on those points from Wolf.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And now, your Sons Dancers.
Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. Freak number 1.
Defensively, never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
And now, your Sons. And now, your Sons Dancers.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
We've got Johnson. Brandon Knight is out there with Thorpe, and it's Wolf in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. There's the pick. Picked him clean. Lays it in off the breakaway. He's got 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And here are the Suns now, trailing by 19. No good from 11 feet.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Freak takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Now here's Freak. He's got 23. On the wing, George. From about 16. No good. The Suns go the other way with it. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Interconference action here. 2 games in all between these 2 teams. It'll be fun to watch.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight, and he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Indiana leading by 19 points. Barton in the corner. Pass to Freak. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Freak. 25 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He said to them, goal number 1 is to drive the lane and put pressure on them inside. That's where he wants their scoring to come from. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks again, Doris.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Down low, here's Thorpe. Pacers with the rebound. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist total.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shot, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Inside, Bullard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Thorpe's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. Bullard the pass to George. 1:39 left in the third. And that one's good. Freak.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Passes it to Lyles. From 13. No good. Excellent D there from George. Now the Pacers with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Now here's Freak. D right on him. Conley dishes to Freak. And George kicks to Hill. Clock at 6. There's a good screen. Here's Bullard, and he lays it straight in. Bullard's got 7.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Knight into the lane. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Knight's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Knight. And Freak throws it down.
The spinorama, kind of like he was in the washing machine. Do you know what kind of athlete you have to be to pull off that 360?
Remarkable. Truly remarkable.
Let's
Hey,
call
Clark,
it the agitator.
I tell you what, Spinorama, I like the nickname. You may have started something there. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Up top, Knight. He has 6. No good from outside. And here's Freak. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. On the court for Indiana, Freak, he's in at point guard. Bullard is out there with Irving. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Conley in at the shooting guard. Dedmon passes to Freak, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
Larkin, he's checked in for Johnson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Poke loose. And now the Suns, a fast break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Count that one.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Here's Larkin. Off the screen. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Knight grabs the board.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
The Suns need to get a shot off. Fires from deep. Good.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Terrell, he's guarded by Hill, and the wide open shot from Morris. Another 3 for Phoenix.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. For the 3, and that one's good. Freak's got 44.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Indiana.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And when you play a team twice like these two will this season, always nice to win the first one as they'll go up 1-0 in the season series against the Suns.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Terrell. From outside, off the mark. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got 48.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business. Now that is rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some style points too, Kevin.
Clark, he deserves them. No simple finish there with the high-altitude windmill slam.
That, to me, is a statement.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. The
2K Sports post-game show.
Oh, yeah. Good win.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, going to a building on the road and completely control the action like he did, only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
team this postseason. Show off your top plays. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Warriors out in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, they're keeping pace with their win total from last season, holding steady, though they'd like to move the needle and continue to improve. Let's talk about Klay Thompson, one of the best wings in the NBA, might be the most complete shooting guard in the league. Most complete? What do you think?
I would have to say most complete. And, you know, what I really like about his game, especially playing next to Steph Curry, you know, when you play with a guy that has a little bit more, you tend to steal a little bit what they're doing. So, you know, his ball handling is definitely getting better. He can help with the playmaking duties. But what I love about this guy, he can score in a variety of ways.
His defense could be stifling at times, too. I mean,
he's a great two-way player.
He's a two-way player, but I don't know if I would give him the best two-guard yet.
The Indiana Pacers find themselves on the road looking for an interconference win. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And O.J. Mayo Clark continues to remain sidelined with the injury.
Yeah, Kevin, that's just terrible news. Never what you want to hear or see. With an injury of that severity, it's hard to imagine we're going to see him back out there anytime soon.
And you know what? You just got to push on. I mean, really next man up. And I think they understand the situation. There's no time frame. And so they just have to adjust the rotation and try to carry on as well they can.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Freak, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Will Barton. Paul George is out there with Turner. Now here's Curry. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. He knows they've got to really dig in defensively, facing a very talented offense. He said if you let them get going, they can run off a big lead and really put you behind the 8 ball. We've got to be disciplined, work together, and be prepared to make second, third, and fourth efforts. Whatever it takes to get a stop, that's what we'll have to do. Kevin, we'll see if they can get a win in this, their first matchup of the season.
All right, Doris, and guys, what's your take on Coach's strategy here?
I'll tell you what, he doesn't sugarcoat it at all. I mean, it's a challenge going up against a team that is just as potent offensively as this group is, and he wants his guys to be mentally prepared for it.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to take some major intensity at that end of the floor if they're going to be able to weather the storm.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Freak. A three-pointer off the mark. On defense, Indiana. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Here's Freak after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And Freak throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. Barton dishes to Freak. The 10-footer finds the target. Freak's got 6.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Now here's Curry, guarded closely. Pass to Noel. Thompson outside. Leans from outside. The Pacers pull it in. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful. Can't stop.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Now, Freak. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Outside, George. Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Freak is second. Third is Stephen Curry.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
Well, forget about using it as a backup plan with the numbers this group puts.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Conley against Barnes. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good. Freak.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Cameron, the pass to Green. No one near him. They get the rebound. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And that one's good. Freak.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Richmond against Hill. Now here's Richmond. Tight defense on him. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Hill. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Pacers out in front, up by 10. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just... And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his...
Anywhere 5-6 feet.
I was going to say, Greg, out. And some changes here for the Pacers. Bullard, he's checked in for Turner. Barton comes in for Hill. And Freak subbed in for Payne. Draymond Green is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Richmond. And it's Craig in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He ended up with 50 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Good. And now a 10-point Pacer lead.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The dish to Green. To the wing right side. From downtown. Again, the miss by Green.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he gets it to go.
Let's go.
26 points for Freak.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Stolen away. Finished off the break. Freak's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. In third, the Warriors.
Kevin, this is a phenomenal defensive team. Not just good, they are excellent. They've made an awful lot of outstanding defensive plays. They're on the same page, they're aggressive, they're focused, and they pay attention to detail. That's why they keep teams from getting good shots in the paint.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Richmond with the bucket.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Sure. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Freak. The finish. Oh, wow.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
And we finished one half.
Guys, I'm here.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
For Freak, he's got 32 points and 3 steals. Talk about on fire. Nearly everything's going in for him right now.
He's just got that touch, that magic touch right now.
On the court for Indiana, Freak in at point guard. He's out there with Will Barton. Turner is out there with Paul George. Thompson with the bucket.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
Here's Freak and the powerful one-handed slam.
Come on now.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
His second person, first team.
To the inside, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Curry. 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And George kicks to Freak. Draymond Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 13. And Curry, here we go, and a missed layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
Freak, he kicks it to Turner. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Green. Fires the 3. Cannot hit.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
That's good.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Clippers.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved, and they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. George Hills checked in for Will Barton. Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Fades, and that one's good. 39 points for Freak.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Curry dishes to Noel. The screen from Thompson. The 3 from Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight. Freak passes to Turner, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 15.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Freak kicks to Hill. Now the pass to Freak. 6 on the shot clock. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Now here's Curry. 17 points in the game. He feeds it to Thompson. He dishes it to Barnes. Kicks to Curry. 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Freak with it. Curry meets him. Freak with it. He's got 39. Again, Indiana.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. Now the Pacers moving it up. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He's got 13. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Noel sets a screen for Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Noel, and he banks in the layup. Noel's got 8 points.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Good.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Curry dishes to Thompson. 44 seconds left in the third. Back to Curry. All sorts of time. Again, Golden State.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Pacers leading by 17. Freak passes to Turner. Here's Heaton. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And it's blocked by Curry. And they're able to recover. And George, here we go. Shot is good off the back rim and in. George has got 7 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Freak. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that...
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The finals. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Irving's checked in for Will Barton. And Freak subbed in for Kane. We've got Richmond. Harrison Barnes is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Cameron in at the 1 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Dedmon's shot is off.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Bullard pulls it in. Indiana's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Thompson in the corner. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Craig. They double him with Freak. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Conley with it, picked up by Thompson. Freak kicks to Dedmon. The Warriors pull it in. Out to Conley. At the elbow, it's Freak. Right side, Irving. Feeds it to Freak. Cans the shot from the wing. Freak's got 46 points.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the chart.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
There's the screen. Passes to Bullard. The feed to Freak. Thompson with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Warriors.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
And stolen by Freak by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Richmond kicks to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Klay Thompson.
Here's Freak. So no problem for Indiana as they get
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
His accuracy from the field was pretty.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.